All right, so we're talking about how to plus it by one. As Walt said, the plus factor is whatever you do, do it by this much. Just add this little extra. I want to share a couple of stories with you how I used and others have used this little touch extra special plus one to make a experience even more magical. So when I travel all over the world, I like to stop at a gift shop, a nurture shop, maybe even a shop like lollies and stuff, or guys and stuff, and try to pick up something nice for my wife, especially when I'm on the road for a long time. So I walked into this gift shop, didn't know anything, didn't know what it was about, but I started to walk around, and the out of nowhere, this store clerk comes up to me and says, "Hi, my name is Gloria. What's your name?" And I said, "Oh, John." She says, "Hi, what can I help you with?" And again, first impressions was great. On stage presence was great. Great greeting. All that was good. So I said, "Well, I'm just here. Take a look around. I'm trying to find something nice for my wife because I'm on the road." And she says, "Aw, that's so nice." So she started to empathize and put herself in my shoes. She goes, "Oh, you travel a lot." I said, "Yeah." She says, "Well, what, John? What does your wife like?" I go, "I don't know. Something unique to the area, something special. I don't know." She says, "Come with me." She grabbed my hand and she took me to a display where there was nothing but these homemade, hand carved soaps, all different fragrance, all different types. And I said, "Gee, I never thought about that." She says, "Does your wife like soaps?" I said, "Well, I'm not really sure." She says, "Well, let me tell you about these soaps." She began to tell me that these soaps are all made by natural ingredients and they're made out of goat's milk, which is extremely healthy for complexions. She started talking about the person who made them is a local person who does it all by hand. And the money that she makes from the sale of these go to charity to help the animal shelter dogs in the community. I'm thinking, gosh, what a great story. I need to get that bar of soap. So I go and get the bar of soap and I pick one out. And this is what it looks like, right? It's just a plain soap. Kind of looks good, doesn't smell very good, but to her, it was something special. You want to take a guess how much this bar of soap cost? Well, I was thinking, I don't know, a couple of dollars, US dollars, not very much. This bar soap costs almost 20 US dollars. Now, why on earth would I spend $20 for a bar soap? What did she do to engage me in the experience that would make me want to pay this much for a bar soap? That's what you can do in your shops as well. Engage the customer. Start selling that imagination and curiosity so that your customers aren't just buying a bar of soap. They're buying the benefits from the bar soap. They're buying all the things that feel good about us when we do things that others are helping to serve, whether it's animals or whatever it might be. Make it a good feeling that although it was $20 and I didn't want to spend $20, I came away feeling good and I gladly spent $20. So think about some of the products that you have, or even in delicious desserts, some of the specialties that you have. Don't worry so much about the price. Don't think that it's too expensive and nobody's going to buy it. Start selling the benefits. Start selling the imagination. Start putting some emotion and empathy in your items, and your customers will go ahead and buy it. So it's a great way to do it. So if you think about the plus one, it's a great way of adding extra value. Well, what happens if something goes wrong in your shops? I mean, as much as we try to do a great job, things are going to go wrong. But what we did at Disney was we turned it around by adding some extra plus one magic to those experiences. Let me give you an example. So at Disney, in the guest rooms of the hotels, occasionally something would go wrong in the toilet. So let's say something mechanically didn't work well in the toilet. Things happen, nothing we could do. Parts wear out. Well, to the customer, the experience wasn't very good because the water was just running, making that awful noise all through the night. So typically what a customer would do, guest would do in a hotel, go tell someone, tell a housekeeper, tell a manager, tell the front desk, about their problem. And Disney, of course, like any other smart business, would fix it, right? So the customer goes into the parks. When they come back at night, what do you think they're wondering? Well, they're wondering, did it get fixed? Well, just because you don't hear the sound, how do you know it didn't get fixed? So we wanted to put that customer at ease. And so we wanted to do something a little extra to make sure the customer knew that we took care of the problem. So what my employees would do, the maintenance person in particular, would get a note card and write a handwritten note on the card that says, hey, just letting you know your toilet's been fixed. Sorry for the inconvenience. Have a great day, right? So when you walk into the room, you'd see a note card maybe on top of the toilet tank, and right away you knew it got fixed, and you'd say, boy, those Disney people, they're right on the ball. They're great. They fixed it. Because how many times we've been to businesses that say they're going to fix it, and they never do. Disney, we know, does it. So that was a good +1 that my staff did. But we always encourage our staff to plus it by more. A little extra. Keep plussing it, keep plussing it. So this is what my staff came up with. So not only was there a card on the toilet tank with a nice apology, but right next to the card, we used to put a Disney figurine character, could be Mickey, could be Pluto, could be anybody, right next to the card on top of the toilet tank. And what do you think happened when the family arrived back at the hotel? Went into the room, went into the restroom and the bathroom. What did they see? They saw this little Mickey figurine. Well, everybody would go crazy over this Mickey figurine, and especially the kids. In fact, we used to have to figure out how many kids were in the room, children were in the room, so we put more than one, because you don't want to just put one and have the kids fight over it. So everyone got a Mickey figurine, and they would go crazy. Now, how much does this little Mickey figurine cost Disney? Pennies. But to the guests in that hotel, it meant that they really were treated special, right? And they would talk about this to their friends, they would hold it all day long and go on the rides and eat in the restaurants and sleep with this little figurine. Just a little +1 extra. But the best part was when they went home and they would tell their friends, and their friends would ask, how was your visit to Disney? They would say, oh, we had a great time with this, but there was this one day our toilet wasn't working. And their friends would say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And they go, no, it was great, because look what we got. We got this little figurine. And again, you know what their friends say? Well, I go to Disney, I hope my toilet doesn't work either, right? So again, what it does, it takes the eye off the problem. And problems are going to occur. You have to apologize, of course. You have to put yourself in your customer's shoes. You have to do everything you can to fix it right away. Apologize. But if you can add just a little extra, it will go a long way in creating that magical experience, even when something went wrong. So again, don't be afraid to try these +1s in any capacity, any time of day or night when you're working in your shops. Have fun with it. Share what you're doing with your coworkers so that they see some of the fun things that you're doing. Make sure you share with your managers. Post it on Facebook and all social media. Those +1s will continue to make your experience even more magical today.